I know stuff. Do what I say, don't say what I do. Do what I say, don't say what I do.
Hello, it's me, Mark. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. I want to get right into the trailer. I'm going to do a minor little response at the end. My reaction, so to speak, has been anticipated. So let's check it out.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
That was so good. Hey, sorry I'm late. Happy.
You look nice.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. New dress?
Yes, it is. How'd you know?
What just happened?
Planning a trip?
Mm-hmm. Going to Europe. It's a school trip.
Did you get your passport?
Peter Parker here to pick up a passport, please.
Mini toothpaste?
Mm-hmm.
Pack your suit.
I just want to go on my trip with my friends. Europe doesn't really need a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. You look really pretty.
Therefore, I have value.
No, that's not
I'm
right.
messing with you. You look pretty too.
I just want to spend some time with MJ. I think she really likes me, dude.
That reminds me when I first fell in love. I had just finished my fruit cobbler.
So nice to finally meet you, Spider-Man.
You're Nick Fury.
Put some clothes on. Let's go for a ride.
Is he gonna be okay like that?
Might want to turn him over so he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation.
Awesome! You got gifts, Parker, but you have a job to do. Are you going to step up or not?
You're all alone. Your friends are in trouble. What are you going to do about it?
You don't want any part of this.
Who is that guy?
He's like Iron Man and Thor rolled into one.
He's no Spider-Man.
What is it with you and Spider-Man?
What, he looks out for the neighborhood, has a dope suit, and I really respect him. Sup, dickwad?
Okay. All right, Sony. All right, Marvel. Spider-Man's always been a personal favorite of mine. I grew up actually reading a lot of his comics. Some of the most impressive ones, believe it or else, is Jim Shooter. He did a great job, especially during the Secret Wars 1 and 2, the original Secret Wars, and really helped to define the character for me in terms of his morality. It actually helped me define morality in many ways, and he was a very relatable character, obviously. Well, I did have some issues with this version of Spider-Man. All in all, I will say it's a heck of a lot better than the previous live-action versions of Garfield or Maguire. The Sam Raimi stint was sometimes a little too humorous, which is okay because it worked at the time. And the second reboot with Andrew Garfield was too serious. So this is a kind of a nice medium. It's a little of both. You have the teenage years of Peter Parker, which really helped to define him, I think, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Implementing him as a so-called steward, if you will, of Tony Stark, and that really kind of brings him into the mix, where in the comic universe, he's always been a little bit more independent. In fact, it took him a very long time to actually even be able to become an Avenger. because in the comics he had to keep his identity secret. So it was very, troublesome for him to even get the notion in his head. He couldn't give up his secret identity because it would put his loved ones at risk. So they had to do what they had to do to kind of work him into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's done brilliantly. It's done very well. You can tell they're sitting around just talking about this stuff and really working it out. The two issues that I had, minor, I know, but they're kind of obvious. Aunt May is very young, and I know the running joke is everybody's trying to hit on her because the actress that plays her, Marissa Tomei, is just a lovely actress. She's beautiful. So I noticed that during the live action stints of the films, she was getting younger and younger. So I guess they kind of work that into where this is the youngest that they can do. It's not comic related in any way. Aunt May was always this older, wiser woman, loving woman. But they kind of worked that into the character that Marissa Tomei plays in the new films, which is cool because the essence of Aunt May is there. But for me, it's still just a little irky. And it's minute. It's minute. These are just little minor things that I go through. And the second one would be that he really is kind of a steward of Tony Stark. In the comics, Peter Parker did everything. He created the web fluid. He created all the technology that he had. He created the suit, all that stuff. He did it on his own, and it took a little bit for me to kind of really psychologically get the understanding that, okay, well, this is what Marvel, the MCU is trying to do to work him into the universe. And I understand that, but again, it's still kind of irky for me. Two minor problems. I understand why they did it. I understand the solutions. So I'm good with it. As far as the trailer itself, Jake Gyllenhaal, he seems to be very comfortable in the character. I mean, I know we only saw him for a few seconds, but very comfortable in the character that he's going to be in, and I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to use him. There's a lot of rumors whether, he's going to be a good guy or not. I don't think they're going to go that route because, I mean, Mysterio is actually one of the biggest of the rogues gallery of Spider-Man in terms of supervillains. So if they did that, that would really kind of be weird. There's going to be a couple of twists there, I'm sure. As far as Nick Fury being in the film, Sam, bro, you ching ching, you know what I'm saying? This Nick Fury is obviously going to be more of a veteran, so he's going to be more comfortable in that skin. I know there's been a lot of complaints in terms of Captain Marvel and that trailer. Don't get me started. I don't even want to talk about it, but I can say that that's also kind of an origin story for him, and at least in terms of what happened to him in terms of his eye, why he's not, very trustworthy of people, and those types of things. So Captain Marvel will obviously address those things, and it's going to be a very different incantation of the character Nick Fury. But this one seems a little bit more comfortable. So the major takeaway, as far as I'm concerned, is that, okay, yay, Avengers in Endgame, they won, because Spider-Man is there. So that's the major takeaway. Avengers Endgame, they win, Spider-Man's alive, and everything is okay again. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bless you all. Have a fantastic rest of your lives.
I am Spider-Man.
No, I'm not.